Hello everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video we're going to look at gold trading, the results for this week, and also a little bit of analysis of this week trades, what happened, and of course what to expect this coming week. So let's start with the results. As you can see right now, guys, I don't have anything floating, and the results this week was $884. So I just want to show you that that's the week of trading. It's not much. I was not all the time at home this week, but still we have good result with the profit. Okay, that's the important part. And so I want to show you, of course, what we had. I was sending my screenshots to Telegram channel as usual, so we're going to have a look a little bit what happened through the trades. That was previous week, so the previous week was more profitable. And so I was sending you the screenshots with my orders, and once again, if you're watching for the first time, I'm using the EA, and I'm placing the orders with the EA, and it is buy stop pending order and the sell stop pending order, and this is the levels, and it is 244 points above and 244 points below. That's where the exact orders are. So it's not the levels, but slightly higher and slightly lower, and all the settings usually you will see in Telegram channel straight after the picture. What take profit, stop loss I use, everything you can find there. So if you want to follow it, it's up to you guys. Remember about the risks, okay? I am sharing with you my experience, my trading ideas, where I place the orders. So use money management, the lot size, you decide for yourself what you want to do. So just explaining to you what I was doing. So we had that was one of the trades, and I have live videos now pretty much every day, which is for me it is about 11 p.m. London, midnight, so it's London time, so between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. So you can see what the time would be for you wherever the time zone you're living in. Okay, so yes, it's quite late and I get really tired very often at that time, so but I'm trying to do pretty much every evening. Okay, for me every night those videos to explain where I'm placing the orders, why I'm placing them, because a lot of people were asking me before where it is, why, and so it's easier just to make these videos, okay, and explain. So now I'm going to tell you if you were not watching those videos. So this is where I had the levels. That was one of the trades, and I'm telling you in my videos all the risks, because they are through Asian session and I can't watch it, and sometimes we don't have yet the exact good consolidation. That's what I usually wait for, right? Like for example, you see here it was already a bit more, but if I'm doing it at night, I only have just a beginning of it, right? So usually that's what I suggest. If you are able to watch the market, then you are not in your time zone, you're still awake, you can see if it would be just a little bit more candles in the area where I'm pointed out, and then you can place your orders if you want to do so, if you want to follow me, right? So when I'm placing it and I'm using a smaller take profit, because it's a bit risky that during the Asian session the market might not move as much, okay? So that's why I always explain, like for example here I was telling you that my expectation would be that we go and close that pin, go a bit higher, we could come back again, because this is a flat area. Straight away I pointed at this, and expectation was that we could move around this area for some time, because the main news are going to come this week, this new week, right? So that last week we had some news, and of course the expectation was that we can continue the way up, because it is still uptrend for gold, quite bullish. We have higher highs, higher lows, and that's why the expectation, yes, we might continue the way up, but I was still saying that I don't expect huge moves, okay? So that's why this area was quite the area to look at. So that was one of the trades. Then we had, that's what you see, that's what happened, right? It moved up just as expected, broke out a bit, then it had a bit of retracement and continued, so it took that pin just as expected. That was the next trade. we had here, and then so I presume it's this one now. So we had that was the move, right? Okay, so then I had another trade right here. No, okay, so that was the trade, right? So I'm looking at the previous one. So that was the trade we just looked at. Okay, so a bit confusing myself. So that was the order. Here was the trade when it went down. Here I had another area again where I placed the orders. I mean, sometimes you can see there's no consolidation, but it was during the day. So my expectation was for some movements here. Okay, so that's once again, was it like here? Yeah, we moved a bit more. So the expectation here was that we're still inside this channel. As you can see, it's come back, and the level above and level below. So that's why I thought we continue with this, so it can come back here and then go back up again. So what happened is that continued to fall. So that's where we had another good trade. And then you see again at night I was using a new area here, and that where was the next move. So here would actually be a really good area to place the other orders, which I didn't do. I had some trades during the day. I still have more trades, guys. Actually, I'm trading smaller time frames, more scalping, which is I'm trading on 5-minute charts. Okay, so but it's not easy to send those screenshots because quite often I'm just buy or sell straight away, and that's why it would be delay, and it's a different story. Okay, slightly different strategy. Maybe I will tell you about it later, but we will see. But yeah, but this week I didn't have too many trades because I'm telling you I was going away, but that could have been another good area for the placing order. So if you follow me, you can see all of those levels, and then you can see yourself there is some consolidation, and you can place your orders yourself. So yeah, the next area was there. I didn't place the orders. If you watch the video, I explained that it was nothing in here, it was very little, and I didn't want to risk it. Yes, we had a little bit of two channels, as you can see, and I was telling you that to look for the area between those levels, and that's exactly what happened. As you can see, guys, that how quite accurate my predictions, let's say predictions or analysis, but you can see it's like really accurate, right? So that's what I was saying, that I was more expecting that possible, because we were waiting for the news, which actually happened in this area, and that's what I was saying, that I was expecting that possibly it will be staying in this area before the news, but no, it's broke. So but you still could use this because that move happened before the European session open, London session. But it's, for me, again, it's very early. It's like 5 a.m. for me. It's 5-6 a.m. and I can't get up at that so early, because if I go to bed 1 a.m. and then get up at 5 a.m. it's only 4 hours of sleep. I can't do it. Okay, I can't. That's why I'm saying, if you are watching my videos, my analysis, and where I'm telling you to look for the possible entry points, so that's what you could do, to look for it, and you see, okay, it's happened there, then you can see it came back, that's the area, and you could place the orders either here, or you could even place here using it. But it's not, like I'm saying to you, those levels plus minus, right? They're not 100% correct. So that's why it would be better to use, if I would be awake at that time here, of course I would place my orders right here, one pending order sell and pending order buy stop. So buy stop and sell stop would have been like here. Of course, in here would be expectation that we should turn around, because that channel which I was also pointing out at. So here, before the news event, that's where we had consolidation. So pretty much all these trades were profitable, and this is where I had losing trades, but they were all recovered. So we had this area, and I always saying to you guys, during the news event, it's up to you if you want to go for it or not, but I always suggest that during news events you have to be like super careful, use the lowest lot size, or better just stay away, because I always expect messy movements and could be few recoveries. So that's exactly what happened here. It was perfect area. So if we wouldn't have those news, we would have a really nice and smooth move. And as you can see what happened here, exactly the jump, right? So first it actually went down where it took into the sell, then it jumped back. I didn't cancel the buy order because the buy order worked out quite well, closed out, but I had also I topped up Okay, so when it's closed one buy order, then I had another one, and which also, you see, didn't continue to go higher. It's turned around, and I had another loss. So I had two losses going down, which were closed, and recovery was switched on, which was also covered afterwards. I actually recorded this move, and I will post the video a little bit later, maybe tomorrow I'll post that video. The short, it will be shorts, where you can see how the news event worked out again with the recovery system on, right? So you can see, because sometimes you asking me also how recovery works. That's exactly how it works. You will see in that video, in a small one. And yeah, so that's all was done. And then next area, which also I didn't make a video because I was just very tired, and I tried to explain also that it was that yellow area I showed. I wrote a little message in Telegram that we could have ups and downs in this one before also the news. There were news that day, and you see we stopped right in the middle of our channel, and that's what I saw the risk, that we could go up, touch this, and then come back, have a like bad trade and go back down here. Who knows? Touch that and then come back again. So basically I still place the orders because, like I'm saying, I have a big account. That's why I don't worry about the small. I don't use very big lot sizes, so that's why I can have it. But if you're doing so, also use if you see that I'm telling you about all those risks, so you calculate your own risks, okay, and your own lot size. Decide, up to you if you want to place those orders. So basically I wouldn't really place orders here, but anyway I still did, and that's what happened in here. We were here. That's the next move. You see, that's what happened. It moved exactly to that level, didn't break it, and then came back once again. So then it came back. We had here also sell, which worked out good, and also this this order which was losing trade here, it also was recovered, and I just don't remember if it was recovered this move or the next move. So because then here I also was not at home. I walked away, and I was not in time before the news event, but I also pointed out the two areas where, of course, that was a really good area, but it was still moving the market. And then I was pointed out before the news event, we can either place orders here, that's where I left my orders, actually, or if the market would come back to this area, then you could just move those levels into here and then place them here. And during the news event, the market actually, actually before the news event, the market moved a bit higher. I left orders on, and the both worked out with profits. Okay, so now I'm gonna, let's finish with this. We can go and look at this, and you can see here we had that small move right here, which was quite enough because it's lower than the previous area. That's why a smaller take profit, guys. That's why smaller take profit. And then we returned, and then we had another good move. So the buy order worked out here, and also sell order worked out quite well here, and that was pretty much it. Okay, so that's how, guys, it's all worked out this week. So good trades. Okay, had few losing trades, which I warned about. Okay, so which I warned about the concerns and the risks of those trades. So and that's how it worked out. So it worked out exactly as expected, pretty much exactly as expected. Very, very accurate. So what to expect now, guys? This week, of course, there will be big news expectations, right? Especially on Wednesday, when there will be FOMC and the Fed rate decision, which everybody's already know. There will be, of course, change of the rate decision, but the most important will be the conference afterwards, right? They will be discussing what they're going to do next. So of course the market is going to be watching it, and you have to be really careful. Again, I will be placing my orders, and again I'm warning, it could be very messy, it could be huge moves, but you know, with the brokers, they're probably going to have big spreads, so it could be huge spreads, slipperage. So you really need to be careful and decide yourself if you want to go for those trades or not. But it's going to be a big move, I'm expecting. I don't know, it might not, but I'm expecting. Because look at this, we've been sitting in this area for so long, right? Like this area, you see how correct was that area. A flat area accumulation. We are accumulating a lot of energy here, and I think this week market is ready to make that huge move. And of course, you ask me which way it's going to go, and nobody's going to tell you exactly where it's going to go, but we can just think that from here, of course, before the news, it might have a little bit, again, might go a little bit higher, who knows, it might go a little bit lower from that area, but if it stays in this area, even better, right? But doesn't matter. You see, with the strategy I use, I adjust, right? So every day I'm looking at what happened and where to look for our entry points and where to expect the movements, of course. So we can, with this big move, right? We can either, if we can go up, we have like that area still, like, yeah, next, like, let's say 300 pips movement, 1960. We have 78 Fibonacci level here around 1970. It's already 300 pips, and if the move will be even bigger, then we might even get to 2000. Yes, this time we quite easily can reach that figure. Okay, so I don't exclude that. Yes, it's possible, but we still have a little bit of the other areas to go. It's just we don't know what the reaction will be of the market. So if we will go up, and of course if we will move down, we also have here the previous 61 Fibonacci, which is around 200 something pips, and then we can go a little bit more down. So we need to go on a bigger time frame, and you see we have other areas, the previous pins in here which were not covered. You see, like 1875, even further. So then, of course, this Fibonacci level is already going to be not correct. What I'm going to do is I will remove these Fibonacci areas levels, because we still, at this moment, we still have 78. So that's why I'm not changing. So of course, then I will change the Fibonacci. I mean, Fibonacci is just easier, but you would know anyway without even drawing them, where you have your, like, you see, like your 23 here. So that could be the first where we could go 23, like maybe a little bit correction and continue, and then you have another like 50, which without in Fibonacci we know all of these concentrations previously, but it just gives you a little bit more ideas, right? We have 50, then we will have 61, which is down, in 78 is possibly the lowest one, right? So which is all understandable, but right now I'm going to remove it because we don't know what's going to happen, and so for now it's no need to do it. But okay, we do know our numbers, right? Roughly we do have our numbers. If we will go look at weekly channel, of course, the main expectation that now we had enough of going up. Yeah, we had enough. And of course, my expectation personally is that, well, we need to go down now. Like, we need to have that correction of this big move. It's just been going and going without any good correction, because to go a little bit higher, it would be more usual stuff, right? Like, we're going down, we have that another leg somewhere, like, of course we need it to be higher than the previous low, and then from that, wherever it would want to stop, we will have then move to that, or to 2000 and over. So we do really need, because this is like really quite a lot, but you know, it's anything can happen. The gold can do so, can go higher and then turn around. But at this moment, we are in this trend channel. It still has a little bit of room here. That's yes, it's still, but we still need in my view, we need this to go a bit down, and then started to see if it wants to go high. But of course, after such a big move, I would expect something like this, right? A little bit of consolidation, a little bit of rest. So like we might go down, then we might go a little bit higher again, a little bit more, and then continue the way up. Or at the same time, of course, we might go consolidate a bit and even go further down. So anything can happen. But at this moment, yes, I would be looking more towards turning around. Okay, so that could be this week, a turning around finally. And also I was pointed out in my previous video, so, well, we already have that red candle, which, yes, could be turning, but we have lots of pins which are down, showing us that it wants to go for a bit of a correction, right? It wants to go. So here on a daily chart, for example, that's what I'm saying, we could go down to this FIBA level. At this moment, yes, it's FIBA level, and we have that bottom. Then from there, maybe it will go back, give us, head and shoulders. Could be possibly on a daily chart, head and shoulders, and then going further, because well, to go just like really like sharp down, it also can happen. It can happen, but the expectation at this moment, we're going down, have a bit of a correction again, and then continue possibly as a head and shoulders, right? So that's kind of the view I have right now, but we will see what happens, because as you know, I'm placing the orders both directions. You see, I'm placing orders both directions. We have expectations, but the market moves itself. We do have roughly the areas. At this moment, it all works out quite well. So we will see. With the opening of the market on Monday, well, Sunday for some of you, we will see. I don't know if I will be placing the orders or not, because again, the same kind of situation as that trade when we had here, where I had my concerns, as we are right in this area, in this between one and another. So yeah, here maybe I will be just I will watch Monday, and then we'll see for Tuesday if I'll go for trades on Tuesday. Here, yes, the expectation here is again still to continue the way down. Okay, but we do have a bit of a pin here, right? So then I'm not going to be excluding the position where it can go and actually take that pin first, and then and then try to go close the pin and then go back and continue the way down. But at this moment, if we're not thinking about this pin, we have lots of pins. Well, we have pin here, we had pins which were all taken by this pin, which we still have that one. So yes, looking at that, we did not break, and we are sitting now underneath our trend channel level. Yes, so yeah, the expectation that we kind of should continue the way down. We kind of should. But is it going to happen or not? We will see. But at this moment, you see, I'm not going to place the orders. At this moment, I'll just wait. So do not miss that big move. Then I probably not going to... You see, guys, what you can do here, you probably notice that where I'm showing you those areas, we have quite good reasonable moves, like about 100 pips moves, right? Roughly. So I know that some of you are saying I have very small take profits, like half position 200 and half positions running on a trailing stop. Yes, I do so because, like I'm saying, I do not watch it. During the day, I'm placing, like I'm saying, I'm scalping quite a lot. That's why it's also not, I'm not looking for the just one big move or something. But if it's like maybe better for you, you can see yourself, it would work better if you just place. And I know that some of you are really scared of martingale, because yes, I have a little bit aggressive martingale using here, where the opposite order gets a little bit higher because I put the settings like this. But what you can do is just, when I'm placing your series and then telling you that like my expectation could be, yeah, which level it can go, then of course you can, instead of using the same setup as I do, place, let's say, stop loss as 90 as I do, but take profit 100. Okay, so you see, like we do have about, well, the first one was like here, you see 130. 130 is plus another 244 is our entry point. So that's why it's roughly we do have about 100 pips moves from like this, you see here, even further down. So basically, if we will go even like here, right, where I had like one losing trade, and then I switched and used that little bit of martingale on the other side. But if you would, for example, just go for, well, okay, here we didn't, but it continued right here somewhere for 100 pips, something like here, then you can, for example, you say, okay, you had 90 pips loss of one order, but you have another one moving 100 pips, then you still made a profit, right? You made this 10 pips profit. So well, okay, maybe not in here, but you would go in here, and maybe you just want to increase just a little bit your next lot size, not as much as I do, because I have shorter distances, trying to get out as fast as possible. But when you go slightly more, you see we had more winning trades, right? More winning trades. Then of course you will, and if you go for 100 pips, then obviously you would be in profit. So that's why you can go for 90 pips stop loss, 100 pips take profit, and increase a little bit of, even if you just increase just a little bit, then you will be still covering it with a bigger trade, if you want to do it this way. Because you can see that, yes, pretty much we do have 100 pips moves a day, like also like here for example, we had this news, like, yes, let's say that was a losing trade again, 90 pips, but then you have your 100 pips, right? You have another, again, you would be making profit. Here we had also, well, maybe like here where I was placing the orders, you would have slightly less, well, 100 but slightly less, because we have 250 entered. So that's why I don't like to go for the bigger ones. But of course, when you again see that it's continue, you can already move your stop loss somewhere safe, and then just wait for that 100. Okay, if it didn't go for 100 and turned around, then you can just walk out with break even or small profit. And again, you see you have another like 100 in here. So you can see yourself if you want to do it this way. But just like I'm saying, if you go for 100 but you see it's moving, and well, we also have this levels where you see it goes and you see it doesn't want to break out, and maybe you would want to take profit a bit earlier, not 100 like here, like it was 80 pips or something, right? Because of the area. And the same here, like goes to one level, then goes another level, goes higher. So those levels will can help you out if you want to do it this way, right? If you don't like it to go for such small take profits. So see if it would work for you. I usually don't trade like this because, like I'm saying, I go for the smaller ones, but I have many more trades during the day again with the smaller on a smaller time frames when I'm looking for it. Well, so that's pretty much it, guys, with my ideas for you, tips, overview of the market. And of course, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you will not miss, and don't forget to press the bell so you don't miss my live trades, okay, my live setups, okay, streams, my live setups, and also Telegram channel where you will see the settings also I'm using for the trades, and also some other updates you wouldn't miss. It's all free, absolutely free, and all the links in the description under this video. Okay, and well, happy trading everyone, and I wish us all good profits next week, and see you in my next video. Bye.